Hello, everyone, and welcome to Solar Decathlon 2017. My name is Matt Dozier with the U.S. Department of Energy. We are here in Denver, Colorado for this incredible competition which brings together college students, teams from around the world to design and build solar-powered houses. We're here in front of the Enable House by Northwestern University. This is a house that was designed to allow baby boomers to age in place. It's a really incredible design. As you can see, the house is gorgeous. It's a beautiful day here in Denver. We're really looking forward to showing you the inside of the house. So some of the students are going to help us take a tour here. They're going to tell us a little about the cool innovations that make this house really special. We'll start heading this direction and meet up with some of the students. Again, so this is Northwestern University's Enable House. This is Solar Decathlon 2017. If you're just joining us, we're touring each one of these houses on Facebook Live throughout the competition, so be sure to check back in and see the other 11 houses. So without further ado, let's meet our tour guide here. So hi, what's your name?
Hi, I'm Lila.
Lila, so you're from Northwestern University?
Yep, I'm a junior at Northwestern.
Okay, well, tell us a little bit about your house here.
Sure. So we, from the beginning, envisioned a solar-powered, energy-efficient house for baby boomers in their late 50s and early 60s looking to downsize from their current homes.
Okay, great. So why don't we start heading in and check out what you guys have in store for us?
Sure.
All right.
All right,
So it's big crowds here at Solar Decathlon. We're right by Denver Airport. It's at the RTD station at 61st and Pena. This event is totally free, so if you're in the Denver area from now through the October 15th, go to solardecathlon.gov. There's dates and times for when you can come visit, check out these houses for yourself. But for those of you who cannot come to Denver, that's what we're here for, so we're going to take you inside. You want to tell us a little bit more about kind of what the design, how the design went for this house?
Sure. So we really took a user-centered approach to designing the house and really wanted to build a house that was going to be what baby boomers and people who wanted to age in place wanted. So through like hundreds of hours of interviews, we were able to develop a list of housing priorities. So things like beauty, comfort and livability, the functionality of a space. Nowhere on that list did sustainability come up. So we took that as a really big opportunity to be able to build a house that wasn't going to make them compromise what they wanted in a house for the needs of the environment. Because if they were going to choose between a beautiful house and an environmentally friendly house, they were going to choose the beautiful house. Right. So why not give them both?
Right. Yeah, because this is a beautiful house. I think we can all agree.
Yeah.
So you said a ton of research went into coming up with the design and the plans for this house. So yeah, tell me a little bit more about that.
Sure. So we did home visits. We actually held a class at Northwestern. It was like a focus group with about 20 people from the Chicago North Shore in our target demographic, and they really helped us guide the design of the house. So if you check out the solar panels, this is a sample of the solar panels, just because you can't really see them very well from here. Our baby boomers did not like the look of solar panels. They thought that they looked kind of ugly because they're sticking up from the house. So we decided to integrate them right into the roof so that you don't have to have any roofing material underneath, and it looks a lot sleeker. And kind of tried to compromise in that way.
Okay, great. So why don't we take a look in the interior?
Absolutely.
Again, if you're just joining us, we're at Solar Decathlon 2017 here. This is the Northwestern University's Enable House. So we're taking a live tour here from Solar Decathlon in Denver, Colorado.
So right now we're walking through the entryway, which is passively conditioned. We use passive conditioning to heat and cool this space, also our sunroom, just because it doesn't take any energy to heat and cool, but this will stay pretty moderate in the winter as well.
All right. Great.
Also, if you see the artwork that you're passing right now, all of our artwork is from artists local to Evanston and Chicago. We partnered with an art center in Evanston to get all of our artwork.
Great. So tell me a little bit more about the team that designed and helped build this house.
Yeah, so it was really a collaborative effort between Northwestern students and then also outside partners. We had a ton of help from contractors and then different engineering and architecture firms. ASGG actually was our architecture partner. If you don't know who they are, they designed the Burj Khalifa, and also the Jeddah Tower. So they went from that to designing this little house.
So you got some serious architectural powerhouses helping you.
Absolutely, which is especially great because we don't have an architecture program at Northwestern, just a certificate. Okay. So that was really helpful.
Okay, so
we got one comment from Allie Johnson. She says she might not be old enough to fit into your target demographic, but she said she'd still definitely live here.
As would I. I think everyone on our team would, and we're all 20-year-olds who don't need ADA accessibility the way that this house has.
Great, yeah, and actually, if you have questions or comments as we're going through this house, please share them. Drop them in the comments on the chat, and we'll get to them as we can. So we're on the interior now, so tell us a little bit about what we got going on here.
Sure. So in addition to living in a really beautiful home, we cared about making this a healthy home. So we have drywall that's always filtering out toxins like formaldehyde. We also have living walls, which are real plants that filter the air and also just look really nice. And then we have a system that monitors the air quality and gives you tips on how to improve it.
We have a question. How does the vertical plant wall work?
Sure. So if we can approach it. For watering, it's super easy. You put water in the top and then it drips down through all the plants. You can see that it's like little planters attached to the wall. You can really put anything you want in them. Like for a while we were considering putting like herbs and stuff that you could use in the kitchen. Part of this the thought behind having a green wall was to take a little bit of the attention away from the TV and bring it back to like the family.
Great.
My grandparents have like a separate room for their TV, but obviously like with 1,000 square feet, you just can't afford that.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. So what else is special about this? So how about the kitchen? Tell us what you got going on here.
Sure. So this is the center island is one of my favorite parts of the house. The countertops are made from an engineered stone that uses glass from industrial waste sites, so things like oven doors, toilets, things that have been given up. So that's all manufactured glass. Also, this in front here looks a lot like marble, but it's actually made out of the same type of glass as a cell phone screen. So it's so thin that you could even roll it up, but all it is just this really thin glass that's back painted to look like stone.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, so I think that's one of the ways that we've been able to design a home that meets the aesthetic needs of our target demographic, but also is really environmentally friendly because it doesn't, you don't need to mine the stone, you don't need to transport it.
Okay, awesome. So where to next?
Sure, let's go into the convertible room, which is right in here.
Okay. So, again, if you're just joining us, we're here at Solar Decathlon 2017 in Denver, Colorado. We'd love to hear from you. If you're watching live, tell us where you're from in chat. We'd love to hear from you. Drop us your questions and comments in the chat, and we'll get to them as we can. We're here with the Northwestern University Enable House, getting a tour of this incredible solar-powered house. So, moving on to
the convertible room.
Convertible room.
So this is our second bedroom. I call it the convertible room because, as you can see, it's being used as an office space right now. Our residents are going to go through a lot of changes between the time they're 60 and the time they're 90. So having a space that's, we're envisioning this in the long term to be a space for an in-home caretaker. But in the short term, you don't need a caretaker as a 50-year-old usually. Right. So we're picturing this being an office space for now, a place for kids to stay in the future, and then a caretaker to stay in the long term, because we are 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom.
Right, so it's very flexible. That must be a big part of your design philosophy.
Exactly. Not the idea that the house itself needs to change, but that this exact house is going to fit your needs, whether you're 60 or whether you're 90, or even 20, because I could live here too.
Yeah, me too, absolutely. Yeah, pretty much, I think, good for any person of all ages. So it's really incredible design. So
thank you.
Yeah.
All right, so we can head across into the master bedroom too. So we'll cut across the living room and
all right,
the other bedroom.
Onward.
Simon Ellen wants you to touch the sign that says "Touch Me."
Okay.
Here we go. So this is a sample of the willow glass. I can also touch this sign if you want.
It's okay.
We do have a question here from Andy. Which appliance is your most energy efficient?
I'd say in terms of appliances, all of our appliances are supplied by Beko, which is new to the U.S. market. They won the 2017 Energy Star Partner of the Year award, so we really know that they're the best on the market. Our fridge tells you when to close it if it's been open for too long. Our washer and dryer are the washer is really water efficient. Dryer can sense when it's getting drier and stop.
We also have viewers from the Girl 2017 conference in Ohio, so shout out to them.
All right, shout out to the Girl 2017 conference. Yeah, great. Thanks for watching. Okay, so on to the bedroom? Yes. All right. So I've been hearing about some of the innovations here in the bedroom, so I'm excited to hear about them. Yeah, why don't you tell us what those are?
So sure. So since we're designing for people who are wanting to age in place, one of my favorite features of the house is that there's actually a sensor under the mattress that when you get up from bed in the middle of the night, it turns on these night lights. And then I think that's a thing that happens commonly, but it actually tracks how long you're gone. So if you're an 85-year-old who, maybe had a fall in the bathroom and the timer senses that you're gone for half an hour, it can send an alert to your child to say, maybe check on your parent.
Wow. So it's got safety in mind and convenience. It sounds like having automatic night lights
too. As a 20, 30-year-old, right, getting out of bed, I stumble a lot. I think I've knocked over things every single day in this house.
Great. Okay, so you've got lights that will direct you to different parts of the room and to the bathroom, that sort of thing?
Right. So yeah, we can head into the bathroom too. The bathroom's home to our laundry units and also our HVAC system. So we use an air source heat pump in the house, which can heat, cool, and control the relative humidity of the house, as well as control the hot water. So just intuitively, using one system as opposed to 3, which a typical home would use, saves a lot of energy. And our heat pump also holds the world record for cooling efficiency performance.
Wow, that's very impressive. So this is not only, obviously it has a lot of amazing design features for a baby boomer, for somebody who wants to age in place, but on top of everything, it is incredibly energy efficient, right?
Absolutely. I think our main goal was trying to kind of disguise these energy efficient features. So, you're living in a normal home that's going to give you the same features that any home gives you, but does it in a way more efficient way. So we're net positive, so solar panels are powering the house and commute for an electric vehicle. Who doesn't want that? That saves a lot on the utility bill.
Absolutely.
So that health and safety, and then also the cost benefit is really the way that we've been able to sell this house to people who don't necessarily care the most about sustainability. Okay,
and so when you were designing this house, I read that you had a potential customer in mind, a couple, Michael and Lisa,
right.
But it sounded like there was an actual couple whose needs ended up being perfectly met.
Yeah, so we do have a buyer for the house. So that's the plan right now is after the competition, we'll ship the house right back to Evanston. And this man who's right in our target demographic, baby boomer in Evanston looking to downsize, he's demoing his home right now and we'll move it onto his lot and he'll move in. But he's also allowing us to use this house as a public exhibition space for the next year.
That's terrific. So this could be your home, so
right.
That sort of thing
right.
someday.
So last stop, let's head out into the sunroom.
All right, lead the way.
Yeah.
All right, and just if you're just joining us, we're here again at Solar Decathlon 2017 in Denver, Colorado. As you can see, it's already starting to pick up. The pavilion opened at 11, and it's going to be open until 7 p.m. today. So if you're in the Denver area, you got to get down here. It's over by the Denver airport at the RTD station at 61st and Pena. The whole event is completely free. So we're going to be open through Monday. Then the competition will be closed for a couple of days for the judging competitions, and then it'll open back up, and the competition ends on the 15th. So that's when the big grand prize winner will be announced. So we're here with Northwestern University's Enable House, learning about all the incredible energy efficient, amazing features that make their house really amazing.
So now we're in the sunroom.
And we have some fans here watching, so this is great. You got an audience.
Oh, yeah. So our sunroom, I think, is really one of the most adaptable spaces of the house. You can use it as an extension of the living room, so if you open the screen doors and have it closed here, this is really an indoor space. But on a day that's so nice like today, super easy to just slide it and open this.
How about that? You're live on Facebook, so say hi. That's great. So, yeah, folks, if you have questions for us, please send them in chat, send them in your comments. Let us know where you're watching from. Love to hear from you.
Yeah, so I'll close by telling you about one of, I think, is the coolest features of this house, which is called Purity. It's this really thin coating that is on all of our exterior surfaces and windows that you basically apply like a window cleaner. You can't even see it. It's invisible. But when the sunlight hits it, it activates this molecule called titanium dioxide, which actually breaks down airborne pollutants and toxins. So it's cleaning the air and the windows. So really good for the environment and really good for our residents because they don't have to be cleaning the windows every day.
Wow, basically self-cleaning windows,
Exactly,
which is nice with such a open glass-covered patio like this.
Yeah, and you can see it's pretty clean right now.
No, yeah, it looks good. I mean, with the dust here, I mean, we've had some issues with rain and mud and wind here, so I think it looks pretty spotless. So kudos to you.
Thank you.
Can you buy that right now?
Yeah.
Can you buy that is the question.
Yeah, so Purity right now is really common in like more industrial markets. So it's being used for like buildings that are going for LEED Gold and stuff like that. So we're really trying to present it as an example of the way that you can use it in a residential market. And we're actually offering free samples to people who are here and vote for us for the People's Choice Awards. So.
All right. Anne-Marie Horowitz wants some, so she's...
Okay, all right, yeah. So yeah, you got to get down here. Got to get over to the RTD station, 61st and Pena. Come visit us. Get your sample of Purity. To clean never have to clean your windows again.
Yep.
So thank you so much for the tour. I wanted to ask one thing. So, the one thing we didn't really get to see much of, you got to see the sample earlier, but the solar panels on the roof. So how many solar panels are up there?
It's a 22-panel array.
Okay, and so how much power is that generating on a good day?
65 kilowatts per hour. So that's being stored in a battery bank, which is DC coupled, which is in our garage. We're actually the only team here to have a garage, which is pretty cool. So basically we'll be able to charge our car, can operate entirely off-grid, and we're expecting to be net positive, even to the point where we can sell some of that energy back to the grid.
Great. And so just to give people a sense of the competition, so you're being judged and measured in 10 different contests, right? That's what gives it the decathlon name. So like an Olympic decathlon, you're running in 10 different events. So tell us like what a couple of the events are.
Sure. So obviously the one that's near and dear to my heart is I'm working on the communications team. So there's a communications jury which will be judging, how we're talking about the house.
You're going to do great.
Thank you. But then there's everything from market potential to energy use to water innovation, lots of different steps. 6 of them will have juries, and then the other 4 will be measured by these sensors that are around the house.
Right, so you have to prove that this is a house that someone could live in and want to live in, right?
Yeah, actually last night we just had a game night, which is one of the measured contests, so we invited other decathletes from around the village to come and play. I think we played some Uno. I know one house played Twister, which sounds pretty great. Just to prove that the house is actually somewhere that someone could live in.
All right. Great. Well, thank you so much for your time and for the tour. It's great to meet you. Again, thank you for joining us, everybody watching the stream. This is Solar Decathlon 2017. I'm Matt Dozier with the U.S. Department of Energy. If you haven't yet, go on our Facebook page and check out the People's Choice Award. There is a place where you can vote for your favorite house. Maybe don't do it yet because we've only seen one house up close.
Or you could do it now.
Or you could do it now. But check it out there. We'll be going live with all 11 houses here in the Solar Village. Tune in at 1 p.m. Mountain Time. That's 3 p.m. Eastern. So check out University of Nevada, Las Vegas. We'll be back going live from another house, and stick with us all through the weekend for tours of all these amazing houses. Thanks very much.